Today I'd like to show you my studio. I keep a small studio in which to do art and bookbinding in downtown Loveland, so I thought I'd give you a tour of it. It's snowing in Ohio right now. First real snow we've had in, well, quite a while, since last winter pretty much. We haven't had real proper snow at all this winter. Oh, it looks like we forgot to pick up our paper. Whoops. The reason I'm able to have my own studio is that I live with my parents. I'm 26 years old and I have a college degree and I work like 3 separate jobs, but I do live with my parents and they don't require rent for me, although I do contribute, of course, in other ways. But that means I have the money to lay out for a tiny space of my own in which to create. So that's actually really nice, and I recognize that most people my age wouldn't have the ability or the funds to do this, but since I have the opportunity, I'm gonna take it. This is what the whole place looks like. It used to be a factory, I think. This is my studio. It's a huge mess. Also, just because it's very cramped, like you can see here, it's really narrow and long. So no matter what I do in there, it's gonna look cramped. That pile of junk used to be under the table, but I moved the table. I have a pretty nice view. Those trees are really nice in the summer. But yeah, as you can see, it's long and narrow, so it looks cluttered regardless. But I mean, obviously, it's cluttered because it's a mess. This desk is from when I was in college. It actually tilts, so I can use it as a drawing desk. Right now, I'm just addressing an envelope because someone bought some zines off my Etsy. Those are my zines. Also on the table, I have something else I've been working on because I work on several things at once. I've been upcycling notebooks using silicone, and I mix just plain old silicone, the kind you'd caulk the tub with acrylic paint. And I'm experimenting with mixing it with makeup. So that's why it has that sort of pearlescent sheen. It's really tactile and nice. Kids love it. So here's another one where I've spread the silicone on really thinly. And it also has like a purpley iridescent sheen to it because I mixed makeup in with it. The camera really isn't picking it up. It's much more obvious in real life. Here's another one where I've added things like string and sequins to the silicone. It has not quite transparent, it's sort of translucent, it's very tactile, but it's much softer than resin. I also paint on notebooks, so that's like a landscape I painted on. Again, not a notebook I made. None of these are notebooks I made, but they're ones that I've added onto. I also upcycle clothes. As you can see here, I got really into the sort of idea of remake, which is really popular in Harajuku. Obviously, I don't live in Harajuku, but if you want some remake clothes, I sell those. I didn't do that crane painting, I found it. A lot of the stuff on my walls is not stuff I've done. I did do this, though. This is a painting I've been working on. Another sweater. This sweater I'm rather proud of, actually. I added these silk flowers to it and some lace down at the bottom. I don't know, it kind of just looks like you're wearing a garden, which I like. I like that concept. I also do these books from other stuff. So this was actually a slipcase for a makeup palette. And this was an old book that I turned into a notebook. Like the guts came out and I put in new, empty, blank guts. I also repaint angel figurines to make them look like Rocky Horror Picture Show characters. So yeah, I do a lot. I also have a typewriter. I really like my typewriter. I use it for my zines. It's a Smith Corona. It's really heavy. That's one of my zines. It's an older one. That means 3 crowns in Swedish. And then this one I did more recently. This is a painting I've been working on for a while. Like, I actually started it like 2 years ago and then set it aside for a long time. I'm nowhere near done with it. It needs more work on the lighting. That one's also quite old. I started it in college. This is the one my friend Alex told me I should turn on its side because it looked like a vagina. Alex was right. It kind of looks like a vagina. Don't know what that is. This was an old painting I started painting over because I wanted to do a landscape on it, but it looked better just leaving it. I've been working also with silicone and makeup in the sort of horror category, so yeah, and that's another landscape, an old one. And those wall hangings, the weavings, most of them are actually from like elementary and middle school. So that's it. It's not a big studio and I work on a bunch of things at once, and I'm still sort of figuring out what exactly it is I want to do. But I'm grateful to have a place and a space in which I can do what I do. So thank you for watching. Please thumbs up if you like this kind of content rather than just me talking out of camera. And see you soon.